I just have to remind you.
Hip, hip. Hooray!
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you.
Boo! You stink!
So the dust has settled on the 2024 presidential election. And the question still on the table from many people is simply this: how did all of the polls get it wrong? Or why did all of the polls get it wrong?
And the headline, Vice President Harris is leading former President Trump nationally by 5 points.
5 points looks like a pretty comfortable lead, but what about the truth, which is this?
It's now being widely admitted that Kamala Harris's internal polling never, at any point ever, had her in the lead over Donald Trump in the 2024 election.
But everybody was spoon-fed things like this.
Our latest poll with Ipsos shows Harris up 52-46 among likely voters.
Before I unpack why this happened, you need to know that Vice President Harris's aides say that internal polling had never had her ahead of Donald Trump. So if they knew from the inside that they were never ahead, yet the mainstream media pushed a narrative that she was always ahead, what's going on?
What the hell?
In psychology, this is called the bandwagon effect. There are a few reasons why they did this. One is to demoralize people from the other camp. Because remember, you have 3 camps in any election that actually matter. There are more than that, but the independent sort of people that you've never heard of or that have a few people that follow them, those don't really count. When it comes to actual statistics, there are 3 that make up the voting base. And this third of people in the very middle are generally the key to most elections. None of this is going to sway the hardcore people on one side or the other. None of it. What they're hoping to sway are the people in the middle that may vote one way or another. But before I get to that, the other part is to demoralize people that are on the other side, because if every single network news program that you turn on says that there's no chance for your side to win, or it's a foregone conclusion that the other side is going to win, some people get demoralized by that. Somebody in my family actually called me and said they didn't think there was any need to go out and vote because there was no way that it mattered anyway. So it worked on them. Now, outside of that piece, the bandwagon effect takes care of the rest of it. If it looks like everyone else is doing something, more people will do whatever that something is. It's the idea that nobody wants to eat at an empty restaurant. If you walk into a restaurant, no matter how nice it is or what you've heard, if there is no one at any of the tables and you're the only one there, your brain says, hey, there's something wrong. I don't care what the reviews said. I don't care what your friend said. Get out. Conversely, if you go up to that restaurant that you heard about and it's a long wait to get in and the tables are packed, you're likely going to stay, because if everybody thinks that this is good, there must be something to it. So you wait and you get on the bandwagon. So if every piece of media that you see, whether it's on the network news that you see on regular television or whether it's on the websites that you visit, if they're all saying this person is up by 5, this person is up by 6, it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to win, then the people in the middle that are undecided, if they don't know any better, may be swayed to jump on that bandwagon. So these are the types of things that really sway independent voters, the ones that are in the middle, the ones that are undeclared. Look at this headline. Oprah and the Hollywood elite are the biggest losers of the 2024 election. If you need me to explain that to you, you weren't paying attention for the last several months. Hopefully now you have a better idea what the bandwagon effect is, and when you're being manipulated, if everyone is doing something, maybe you should ask questions. All right, guys, if you're still here, do me a favor, click on one of these other videos. I'll be back very soon in the next one. See you then.